Today is a truly strange topic, but before we get into that, I actually posted a community post earlier today talking about, actually yesterday as of you guys watching this, talking about a dog that I had in my house named Dash. And I asked if you guys wanted to see him as a cameo, and I didn't get responses yet, but that doesn't matter because I want to show you guys him anyway. Dash, come here, big man. My mom runs a doggy daycare, and so we have like a revolving door of goofballs in my house, and this is the nicest, silliest man I've ever seen in my life. I want to... I love him. And ignore my hair, by the way. I actually went jet skiing earlier today. That's the other thing in that same community post. So if you want to see a video of that real quick, here, watch this, and then we're going to get into the actual topic for today. And then I'll let Dash go back upstairs to hang with the other dogs. You can almost smell who the favorite child is, considering how little I was in the video. But that's not important. I had fun on a jet ski, and that was fun. And now that we're past that, I'm going to be talking about Lizzo. This is a very strange situation, and I know I usually do, like, more gaming space content, but I've really liked digging into, like, the celebrity side of things, especially with that Doja Cat video I did a little while ago, so I thought I'd cover this as well, because this is actually a pretty serious situation, and I didn't expect this to happen. To get things started off, first I'm going to list off everything that she is currently accused of. Every charge that she has that's going to be addressed in court, and this is a doozy. This is a wallop. Just hear me out real quick. So we have alleged sexual harassment, alleged religious harassment, alleged racial harassment, disability discrimination, assault, and false imprisonment. Holy shit, you sound like a war criminal, Lizzo. What did you do? Well, actually, I know what she did. I'm going to be talking about it in this video that you are watching and also hitting the like button and maybe subscribing to. And anyway, let's get into it. So what really brought this into the limelight and made this evident to everyone was when I saw some articles released around Twitter and probably elsewhere where old people look like Facebook or something about how her background dancers were coming forward about being fat shamed in her productions and her concerts and everything like that. And eventually we got a name to the face. It's Ariana Davis. She is the dancer who really came forward and made this evident to the public. And already there's some red flags waving, not for her, but because of the situation itself. I mean, Lizzo's pulling an Uncle Ruckus right now, except in the body positivity frame, where she's just, like, her whole brand is about body positivity. Why is she friendly firing right now? Like, this is not helpful. And before I have someone go into the comments and comment about people's weights and everything like that, because there's always that opinion out there on the internet, body positivity isn't about glorifying large, like, obesity. It's not glorifying obesity, like people like to say. I think that mainly my view of it, and what a lot of people feel, is it is about giving people confidence so they have the desire to, first of all, feel comfortable in their own bodies, but if they want to, improve themselves. Yelling, "Run to the gym, fatty," is not going to make them want to run to the gym. It's going to make them feel like shit and be depressed. Or many other things. That's just one of many different possibilities. But I want to throw that out there because it is a very important thing to keep in mind. But anyway, she's done more. It's gotten worse, as you heard from the list of different crimes. So to start things off, first we have the sexual harassment. And this is a bit of a cut and dry case. It starts with her unknowingly taking her background dancers to a nude cabaret bar, which I didn't even know what that was until looking into it for this video. It's a nightclub. It's a nude nightclub. And she was, like, chanting and making her background dancers, including Ariana Davis, just to, like, touch the dancers, which is already really uncomfortable. And apparently, as it said in some of these articles and some of the cases, she actively said multiple times that she was not comfortable and did not want to. So that's already a big L for Lizzo. She's already being stupid. And we're not even into all the charges yet. The next thing, which I assume is some sort of racial harassment, is that Lizzo primarily hired European staff for her touring company, Big Girls Big Touring. And so apparently many of those white staff were consistently just making fun of the black dancers, calling them lazy, unprofessional, and just bad attitudes, which, even if there is someone with a bad attitude, or maybe even lazy, because I'm not there, I can't say what they're doing, they don't exactly look like they're being lazy on stage. They seem to do their job, and alongside that, a bunch of white dudes condescending on a bunch of black performers. Already, we are in the red zone. We are in the danger zone. I don't understand where Lizzo was thinking when it was, like, a good idea to hire just strictly white people, especially when it like, that goes against so much of her brand. I mean, I looked up, and I was like, she must be from the South. No, she's from Detroit, Michigan, so I don't know what has caused this shift in how she was brought up. Maybe it was some sort of developmental thing, but I can't dig into that. I'm not a psychologist yet. I'm still in college. Now, this next thing is weird. So Lizzo is actually not being charged alone. She's being charged alongside her dance captain, Charlene Quigley, which sounds like a Dr. Seuss character or something you'd meet in Willy Wonka's factory, but is actually Lizzo's dance captain, as I just said. I'm really good at scripting these videos, as you can tell. But anyway, what she did was her religious side of harassment. There's a quote from it. Let me read the quote real quick. Here it is. Miss Quigley discovered that Miss Davis was a virgin, and Miss Davis' virginity became a topic of extreme importance to Miss Quigley. In the months to follow, Miss Quigley would routinely bring up Miss Davis' virginity in conversations, and Miss Davis, sorry, I love reading, I'm not dyslexic, Miss Quigley even mentioned Mrs. Davis's virginity in interviews she participated in and later posted to social media, broadcasting an intensely personal detail about Miss Davis to the world. So, like, what the hell? Like, clearly everyone that is working in the higher-ups in this production company should not be working in a production company. Miss Quigley also was very big on pushing, like, religion onto these dancers, which I don't care what religion you are. I was brought up Roman Catholic, and I just kind of, like, stick with it. I'm not trying to like force it on anyone. I do find that people who force religion on people are the reason that religion is so frowned upon, aside from, you know, the thousands and hundreds of thousands of people we've murdered in history. But that's, you know, that's bad people, bad time period. I feel like the people who push religion so violently onto people are the reason that religion is so violently hated in the public light so often. And so, of course, Miss Quigley is a dickhead for that, so fuck you, Miss Quigley. So, Lizzo started actually firing a lot of her dancers due to budget cuts, including a Crystal Williams. And so, that actually led to another one, Noel Rodriguez, to resign. And I think this is where the assault comes in, because what happens is she apparently ran at Miss Rodriguez, cracking her knuckles and balling her fists and exclaiming, "You're lucky." Let me see what it says. "You're lucky. You're so effing lucky." So I feel like that's like a certain, like, that's the closest we've come to assault. I couldn't find any other sources regarding that specifically, though. Hi, 1 second, Editor Evan here. I wanted to add on to that. That is the assault, because what happened was, the reason she's saying "you're so lucky" is because people actually stopped her from attacking her. That was going to be an assault, but it was stopped due to people stepping in. So that was actually, that's that. Cut and dry. She almost beat the hell out of that woman. I also couldn't find anything about the disability discrimination. I assume it might be due to the eating disorders, because some of the dancers had acquired eating disorders under her care. So I assume with the weight shaming, the eating disorders just kind of came in tandem with that. So with the false imprisonment, there was an audition being held for acquiring her backup dancers, and she didn't really like how the audition went at first, and so she forced them to stay and audition for 12 hours. Didn't even let them leave the stage in fear of them being fired, which I guess they could have just left, but a lot of these people really wanted these types of jobs in performance, because being a background dancer is like the first step in the door to getting somewhere in Hollywood and in performance art. So it makes sense they really wanted to try and get this. And so apparently they didn't even let them go to the bathroom, to the point that one of the dancers actually urinated on themselves. This woman is actually evil. Like, this is insane. So Lizzo actually came forward with a statement, and this statement is kind of just like offsetting everything. It's literally just denying. You can pause and read the statement if you'd like, but from what I've gotten from it, it is the comment, "No, no, and no, you suck." It is all about how it didn't happen. It's false allegations, and she doesn't know how to handle it, and she'll get to it eventually. Well, that's really nice and all, Lizzo, that it's a false allegation. Then why do you have the lawyer that that covered for Bill Cosby, Johnny Depp, Charlie Sheen, Chris Brown, and then Brett Ratner, and currently Jonah Hill, with the Jonah Hill situation, which is a whole different box of nails to unpack. That's not the same. Pretend it is. Why did she choose such an insanely, like, celebrity criminal lawyer for this situation? It's a bit... That in itself is incriminating. Like, come on now. There is still so much coming out about this, and it's a continuing progression. The case is going to happen eventually, and if anything interesting happens there, maybe I'll cover it. I do kind of like covering celebrity news a little bit. Usually I do. I said in the beginning all this stuff already, but I like doing the gaming space stuff, but celebrity news can be interesting sometimes, because it is just kind of talking about, like, big popular people who are more famous than I am and talking about what they do, which is interesting. I mean, hell, there's the whole Taylor Swift concert that caused seismic activity. Her fans caused an earthquake. There's so much that happens, and it's always so silly. But it's like a cartoon sometimes. But that's about it for now. I just wanted to cover this. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this celebrity-style content, let me know in the comments, and also maybe like the video. It's very, very supportive and helps us on the algorithm. Also, always comment. always comment. If you ever have a thought, I love hearing your input, and also commenting in itself, while me being able to read your stuff is fun, also helps this video get pushed to more and more people. So we're growing the community while also having a little bit of fun, which I love. Let me know if you have any topics you want me to cover in the future. I have a channel in my Discord for you guys to do that, as well as how many gaming content you want me to do. I'd be up to do a gaming video. They just take so long to edit, but I'm not going to stretch this outro out to 20 minutes long. I just want to hop out of here. Thank you guys for sitting through a video. Thank you guys for sitting with me. And that's about it for now. And as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night, if it's nighttime. And I put the sing in single. Yeah, I'm going to quote Lizzo. I'm going to quote Lizzo for the end of this video. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Bye. Shit, I have to turn the thing off. Now I'm leaving. Bye.